If a man who already has a girlfriend or is married is pursuing you, I want you to hear this clearly. He is not doing it out of love. And no, it's not because his partner no longer understands him, nor because he's never felt this way with anyone else, nor because you are special and different. All of that may sound nice. It might even make you feel special, but it's not the whole truth. The truth is, when a man gets involved with you while he's in a stable relationship, he's thinking about himself, not about you. He's seeking you out of impulse, desire, boredom, or a need to feel important. But he's not offering you anything real or solid. He wants you as an escape, not as a part of his life. You deserve to know that from the very beginning, because it's not fair for you to give your time, energy, body, or emotions to someone who has no intention of giving you the same in return. Don't fool yourself. It's not that you're not good enough for him to leave his partner. It's that he doesn't have the courage to act with integrity. And if he can't make the right decisions in his own life, do you really think he'll be able to build something healthy with you? Listen to me as if I were your brother, your friend, a man who doesn't want to see you fall into a game where you're the one who loses the most. Because he is not looking for you out of love. He is looking for you out of ego. Number one, it's not love, it's validation. Remember this well. If a man approaches you while already in a relationship, it's not because you're the love of his life. It's not because he had some epiphany with you, or because he's finally found what he's been looking for. In most cases, what he's looking for is not love, but validation. He's trying to feed his ego. Why? Because most likely, he no longer feels desired, loved, or important in his current relationship. And instead of looking in the mirror and fixing his own issues, he decides to look outside the relationship. That's where you come in. He likes the idea that another woman sees him as attractive. He loves the feeling that that even though he's in a relationship, there's still someone interested in him. That gives him power, a sense of control. And you, maybe without realizing it, become fuel for his wounded ego. He is not in love. He's bored with himself, frustrated and dissatisfied, but not because of you, because of himself. And instead of facing that emptiness, he tries to patch it with you because you give him attention. You make him feel important. You help him forget what he doesn't have the courage to fix. And now comes the hardest part. In most cases, it's not even about you. It could have been any other woman available to fill the void. I'm not saying this to make you feel less valuable. I'm saying it so you don't idealize something that isn't real. Because he's not thinking about building something with you. He's thinking about using you to fill a void, regardless of how much you might lose in the process. Remember, when a man truly loves, he doesn't gamble with what matters to him. If he puts you in a position to be a secret, an affair, a hidden part of his life, then he's not protecting you. He's protecting his comfort, his reputation, his double life. So, if he's seeking you while still with his partner, don't fall into the trap of thinking this is some forbidden love. It's not. It's a story of ego and maturity, and a man who wants everything without losing anything. You're not here to be someone's backup plan. Don't confuse passion with love. Don't confuse desire with commitment. And don't confuse a midnight message with a real place in someone's life. You are worth more than being a patch in someone else's emotional chaos. Number two, he's not going to leave his partner. Maybe you've already heard, my relationship is in crisis. I don't feel anything for her anymore. We're only together for kids. We sleep in separate beds. You're different. With you, I feel alive. And yes, all that sounds nice. It may even give you hope that you're his salvation, his new beginning, that it's only a matter of time before he leaves everything behind to start a life with you. But you need to hear something you might not want to, but must know. He's not going to leave his partner. Not yesterday, not tomorrow, and most likely never. When a man truly wants to be with you, he shows it through decisions, not excuses. If his relationship was really that bad, he would have ended it before involving you, because a brave man faces the truth. A decent man doesn't live a double life. And a man who truly loves protects you from chaos. He doesn't drag you into it. But this kind of man, the one who tells you he's about to leave her, stays that way for months, sometimes years. Do you know why? Because he doesn't want to lose what he already has. His comfort zone, his house, his routine, his social image. What he wants is to keep his stable life while having you as an emotional or sexual escape. He wants you for relief, not for commitment. And you end up getting stuck because every time you doubt or try to walk away, he makes the same promises again. Just give me a little more time. Now's not the right moment. I don't want to hurt anyone. I'm just waiting for the right time. But that moment never comes. He never ends anything. He never really chooses you. Meanwhile, you're there waiting, dreaming, trusting that everything he says will come true. But do you know what the truth is? If he hasn't had the courage to leave his partner until now, it's not because he can't. It's because he doesn't want to, because you are not his priority. You are his escape, a part of his double life that only exists when it suits him. And yes, maybe he treats you nicely, listens to you, tells you he loves you. But if all that love doesn't come with real actions, with concrete steps, then it's all smoke. Love isn't just pretty words whispered in the dark. Love is commitment in the light of day. Love is bravery. It's consistency. Ask yourself something very simple. Who does he wake up next to every day? Who gets his weekends, his Christmases, his vacations? Who does he give the place, the respect, the space in his public life? And if that person isn't you, then you're not his priority. You're a story he hides, a promise he has no intention of keeping. Don't become the woman who waits, who justifies, who settles. You deserve a love that doesn't have to be split between two lives, a love that is free, clear, and courageous. And that's not what he's giving you. Number 3, he will only give you crumbs. Look, if he has an official partner and is still pursuing you, you will never be his priority, no matter what he says, no matter how many promises he makes. In reality, you will always receive the leftovers, crumbs. He'll see you when he can, not when you need him. He'll call when he feels like it, not when you're waiting. He'll message you in secret, carefully, always watching that he doesn't get caught. And whenever you confront him, he'll have the perfect excuse. I have the kids today, she's sick, work was crazy. I couldn't text because I was with her all day. And you, instead of receiving a sincere explanation, will get guilt disguised as concern. Why are you upset? You know how my situation is. I swear I'm struggling too. Don't pressure me. This isn't easy for me. Do you see what's happening? You end up being the understanding one, the one who waits, adapts, and justifies. And he lives peacefully, enjoying the best of both worlds. Don't forget, he already has a settled life. He has a home, a partner, a routine. He comes home to someone. He has someone to care for him when he's sick. He has daily company. He has emotional and financial stability. And on top of that, he has you when he wants you. You, on the other hand, are mostly alone, waiting for a message, waiting for him to keep a promise, waiting for this time to be different. But it won't be. What you're getting isn't full love. It's a moment, a gap in a schedule, a message at midnight when everyone else is asleep, and an I miss you that isn't followed by actions. That's not love. That's emotional consumption. He consumes you when he needs to, when he feels lonely, when he's frustrated with his partner, when he wants to feel desired, and then he disappears. He turns into silence, into excuses, into distance, and you're left wondering what you did wrong. The answer is, you did nothing wrong. He was simply never available to give you more, because he never planned to from the very beginning. What he was willing to give you was this: crumbs, what's left, what he can hide. And you deserve so much more than that. You deserve someone who texts you without fear, who calls you at any hour, who sees you in broad daylight, not in secret. You deserve someone who gives you their full time, not just the scraps of their schedule. You deserve to be a priority, not an escape. Because if you accept crumbs, how do you expect to ever be served the whole meal? Men who give little do so because they know there are women who settle for it. But you weren't born to settle. You were born to be loved out loud, with consistency, with commitment, and with truth. Number 4, he's not choosing you. Listen closely, because this is one of the hardest and most necessary truths. If a man truly wants you, he doesn't hide you, doesn't keep you in the shadows, doesn't keep you a secret, doesn't limit you to hours when no one can see you. He shows you off, protects you, and chooses you through his actions, not just pretty words. A man who truly chooses you places you in his life with pride, not excuses. But if he's chasing you while still with another woman, then he's not choosing you. He's choosing himself. He's choosing his comfort. He's choosing to have everything without losing anything. And you, even if he tells you otherwise, are not being chosen. You are being used. I know that's hard to hear, and I know he'll probably never admit it. In fact, he might say the exact opposite. You're the best thing that's ever happened to me. With you, I feel alive. I've never felt this with anyone. And you want to believe him because you feel it, because he seems excited, because there's a connection, chemistry, desire. But what about the facts? Where are the real decisions? Where is the action that supports those words? Where is the breakup that never comes? Where are the plans with you that never go beyond a secret conversation? Words without actions are just emotional seduction. And when a man says he loves you but keeps living with another woman, keeps sleeping with her, keeps sharing his life with her, he's not choosing you. He's using you to fill a void, to feel desired, to escape from what he doesn't have the courage to face. But that's not love. That's selfishness. And here's something important. Love doesn't hurt by definition. And love shouldn't confuse you, shouldn't keep you waiting, shouldn't make you feel guilty, and shouldn't turn you into a second option. True love chooses you clearly, not ambiguously. It gives you peace, not anxiety. It offers you certainty, not empty promises. It gives you a place, not excuses. So if you're with someone who can't leave his partner but says he loves you, ask yourself honestly, is he really choosing me, or is he just using me to not feel alone? Am I receiving love, or am I just filling a space his partner no longer does? Because when someone truly chooses you, they do it completely, with their time, with their presence, with their commitment, with their actions, and most of all, with consistency. Don't accept being anyone's secret. Don't accept being the hidden chapter in someone's story because they don't have the courage to end the previous one. You are not a pause, not an escape, not a consolation. You are a woman who deserves to be fully chosen, not halfway. And if he's not capable of doing that, then the problem isn't that you're not enough. The problem is that he doesn't have capacity to love the way you deserve. Now I want you to stop thinking about him and start thinking about yourself. Not about what he says he's going to do. Not about the promises you're still waiting for him to keep. Ask yourself directly, with your heart in your hands, what do you deserve? And do you really deserve to be the other woman? Do you deserve to live in someone else's shadow? Do you deserve love only in bits, in silence, in secrecy, wrapped in guilt? Do you deserve to always be waiting for him to have time for you, like you're his backup plan? Do you deserve to hide your love, to suppress your emotions, to live in a space between illusion and uncertainty? You don't. You weren't born to be someone's hiding place. You're not here to endure lovelessness disguised as passion. You're not here to justify someone who doesn't have the courage to choose you through action. You deserve a complete love, one that doesn't have to be hidden, one that doesn't make you feel like an intruder, one that doesn't make you a partner in another woman's pain, one that doesn't make you compete for a place that should already be yours if you truly were his priority. You deserve a man who's not afraid to start over with you, who doesn't need to live two lives to feel fulfilled, who looks you in the eye and says, without hesitation, I choose you and no one else. And not just with words, but with time, with presence, with real commitment, with firm decisions. You deserve to wake up on a Sunday without wondering if you'll see him or not. You deserve for your phone to ring in the middle of the day, not just in secret at night. You deserve to walk hand in hand with someone without guilt or fear. You deserve to talk about him with pride, not to have to hide him like a shameful secret. You deserve to build something from love, not from absence, from truth, not from lies, from freedom, not dependency. And yes, it might hurt at first to let go. It might be hard to accept that he's never going to give you what you're hoping for. But this is also true. Sometimes letting go of the one who doesn't choose you is the first step toward finally choosing yourself. And trust me, when you truly choose yourself, you stop accepting the crumbs that others offer. When you choose yourself, you walk away from half-loves. When you choose yourself, you become stronger, freer, more dignified, more of who you've always been. You are not the other woman. You are not the secret. You are not the escape. You are the woman who can have it all. You just have to remember who you are and stop settling for someone who can't love you the way you deserve. As a man, I tell you this clearly. If he already has a partner and is still pursuing you, it's not out of love. You are not the one, not the special one, not the love of his life. What's behind his messages, his secret meetings, and his endless promises is not love. It's cowardice. It's wounded ego. It's emotional convenience. Because loving truly requires courage. And if he had courage, he wouldn't put you in this position. He would end what needs to be ended. He would clean up his life. And he would offer you something dignified, clear, and free. But he doesn't, because he has no interest in changing anything. Because he already has everything in place and just wants more. And that more is you. You are worth so much more than being someone's shadow. You're worth more than a space in someone else's calendar. You're worth more than stolen kisses and calls made in fear. You weren't born to share anyone, nor to live wondering when you'll be chosen. Walk away. Not because you're not good enough, not because there's no chemistry, but because you love yourself enough not to accept less than you deserve, because you know your worth. And anyone who's not ready to give you the place you deserve simply doesn't deserve to be in your life.